Hey guys, welcome to episode 13 of the Mind Unleashed. It's been a fucking while. How are you? Oh my god. The last episode I did was with Moby Lee. Hopefully some of you guys caught that. I hopped on the openmindindustries.com website. Checked out a few things that I'm working on. It's been a while. I'm sorry. It's just been working, paying the bills, paying the credit cards, doing stuff like that. Looking around the web for things to talk about. Definitely got a few things to talk about this week, so it's going to be fun. Hopefully, nerdies, geekies, all that stuff. I'll have some fun with the episode, and I can kind of describe what I'm working on now, what I'm studying. So, first, want to give a shout out, like I do usually, guys, to my supporters, the one guys that keep me going, my friends from work that run their own companies also. First one is going to be Wieselberg Productions. If you guys need something done, wedding, film, anything like that, Wieselberg Production is in DeLand, Florida. He does travel around a lot. He'll be going around to Jamaica and a few other countries in just a short time. He's getting booked up a lot for weddings, anniversaries, occasions. If you use our code OMI, you'll get 5% off when you book your next project with them. So it's wieselberg.com. Definitely check Weiss out. He's amazing. Does really good work. He also works with Daniel Wieselberg. Daniel Wieselberg runs his own drone shooting company. It's going to be Dyne Art Studios. If you use our code OMI, you'll get 5% off when you book your next project with them. Daniel has just got done shooting some residential shooting with his drone, stuff like that, music videos, couple concerts he had to go do. Definitely check them out. I'll put a link down in our description if you guys do check out the Open Mind YouTube page. They'll be there. They'll be on our site. I've been real busy, so I haven't really had a chance to do that. Also, please use my code for $5 off your first ride with Lyft. That's TMUP for $5 off your first ride. I use Lyft all the time, so definitely highly recommend that. Get you around point A to point B. Alright, so now on to the pod. So it's been a while. I did the podcast with Moby. Came out good. It's a little bit of audio issues, so like I said, I apologize in the video for the bitrate and stuff like that. It's my first time using that software, and I'm still learning it. What I've learned from it, though, is when you're freaking on that software is it's going to be fidgety. So depending on your upload speed, stuff like that, I'm usually about 60 megabits per second at the house here, and it seems to be working pretty well. On my end, it looked pretty good. Pardon me. I ran back, did a couple things, and I like the Skype interview things. I actually had a call from somebody saying, hey, I want to do an interview with you, and I was like, I'm just not comfortable doing an interview with this guy. They're very professional and stuff like that. His agent called me, and I was just like, man, I don't like reading off a script. Other than that, man, I thought it came out fun. I really got to get down deep with Moby and really discuss who he is, what he is, why he does his page, what he's looking forward to. It was a fun episode for me. It was really sit down with him and just freaking relax. Since then, I've been fucking working a lot, and it's been nuts. It's just been fucking trying to pay the bills, pay the credit cards, pay the printers, build the stuff. The Da Vinci, I finally replaced the bed on that mother, and let me get into that a little bit. So, I went around to Amazon, because finding a Da Vinci parts for XYZ printing is kind of hard to do. XYZ printing, if you check the website out now, they do offer spare parts. I looked on that a little bit and I was like, okay, cool. Now, it's kind of always good to go to the horse, and see what they have. I didn't do that. I went to a freaking Amazon and I looked around for glass because I'm like, okay, all I need to do is replace glue my glass. So I don't need a new heater. I don't need I checked out Charles Huckabee's videos and stuff like that. Okay, so he pretty much does a good walkthrough on how to get the glass away from the bed. You use acetone and an X-Acto knife, which I had a razor blade, so I got most of it up. The problem was I wasn't fucking patient, so I was pretty much here, had the Da Vinci opened up, and I'm like, alright, man, so I'm going to do this. It's going to be a couple hours. I got some acetone, nail polish remover, if that's what you guys want to call it. I went to, what the hell did I go? I went to Walgreens, picked up a freaking good bottle of that, grabbed a few Q-tips, what have you, sponges, and I started working my way into the glue section where they glue the bed onto the glass. Now, my bed's been used for a while. This the new Da Vinci 1.0. My other one, years ago, about a year ago when I first got it, knock on freaking wood or plaster or whatever I'm gonna do. That one had a wiring harness issue and I had to send it back. A lot of fucking headache with XYZ printing with that. However, we're done. We fixed everything. This one here, I've already had to replace the motherboard. This is the brand new one that they sent me. Replace the motherboard, which I'm thinking there was a glitch in XYZ's software. I'm going to go to that in a little bit. But yeah, there was a glitch in the software because I went on 3D Hubs and I get emails daily about that. And some guy said he had the same fucking issue. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's kind of weird. He has to reply. I wrote him. I was like, hey man, just had the same issue. Just called XYZ printing. I didn't flash the firmware or anything. So XYZ was like, well, what firmware do you have? Blah, 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 blah. Now, if you're going to repair your host, I kind of want to warn you guys. Like, I want to go with Simplified 3D because Simplified 3D just boosted their new 4.0 software, which I use for the Robo, which is freaking outstanding, man. Tells you your print time, tells you your print speeds. If you're getting into 3D printing, that is what you want to fucking use. Spend the money. Spend the damn 120, 160 bucks on that software. It works for pretty much every 3D printer out there, and they are so good. The community is so amazing. But I digress. So I replaced the board. I had to replace, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I put a new freaking clipper on the extruder. Something happened with that when I was doing because I didn't troubleshoot, but I knew when I troubleshooted the board issue that I was like, oh shit, it's not. For me, it's never been simple. Even with the Robo, it's never a simple project. So I had to ended up getting a freaking multimeter and checking out that. I just spin the printer around and open up the damn back, and it's got tamper screws, which is a T8, and I had to pop that out and say, okay. I literally had to spend 50 bucks on a freaking multimeter and go boop. Now I have a multimeter for the rest of my damn life from Radio Shack, and just boop. And XYZ's like, send us photos. So I sent them photos of, it not functioning. It's not getting anything into the extruder. There's no power going into the extruder. Which I'm thinking with their software, there was a glitch. Now that's just my theory because me and some other guy and another person had the same issue also. And I said, dude, there's a glitch. I still have the original board. Somebody kind of on YouTube kind of showed you how to hack it, kind of jumper the jumpers. But I'm like, dude, I'm not going to sit there and solder and F a board up. Granted, the board was 110 bucks. Again, I digress. So, anyway, that was the first one. The second one was the bed. The bed lasted me for quite a while. I've done a lot of 3D printing with it. I've been looking around to get a bed for the XYZ, and then finally, like I said, I played the hokey pokey, I went around, and I went to Amazon, thinking, okay, all I need is a piece of glass. I followed Charles Huckabee's video, and he kind of explained, because he has like 4 of the Da Vinci, he calls them the Leonardos, he changed them, whatever. He flashed them to repair your stuff like that. Anyway, so he takes it out, and you just kind of have to take the acetone and go underneath the heater bed. Now, it's a lot of glue and stuff like that, so I'm like, okay, this is going to take a bit. Followed everything step by step. Kind of got a little cocky with it. When I finally got some leeway, I would kind of pull up on the bed a little bit. Now, my bed, I didn't take any photos of it prior. I think I did. There's a couple cracks, good size, like it broke right through. And that's just from heating and cooling. I think I was doing a brass print for my buddy Corey Rosatar. And I was making him a custom ashtray, which is not an ashtray anymore. It pretty much sits on his house. It sits on his desk. He likes looking at it. And I pretty much knew it was cracked, and I had some divots too, and I was like, okay, I'm using another scraper. The thing with that, guys, I would probably use a plastic scraper or let the bed cool down more, or what I found out better that works for me is a razor blade or an X-Acto knife to get underneath it, just scrape a little bit until it gets air, and it just pops, the print pops right up. But the best thing is, man, don't fight the print bed. These glass beds are kind of expensive. I know the Robo ones is a little bit more expensive. These should be replaced because it's all just in there and done that. So again, I went on Amazon, looked around, and I went to the forums. I was like, hey, okay, typed in XYZ printing. Boop, XYZ printers come up. Okay, glass. Sold out. Everybody's sold out of the size that I kind of needed. So I went around, and I looked some more, and I finally found the bed size. I measured the bed size and everything like that. And I checked cause in Amazon you can go down and I checked what people were saying. I was like, hey, so I typed in search engine and I was like, does this fit the Da Vinci 1.0? And everybody's like, oh, Da Vinci, yeah, it will. Somebody already answered that question 5 times. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. One guy said no, but I was like, you know what? All answers pointed to yes. I really did my research. So it finally comes. And the glass only cost me about $12 with free shipping, so that wasn't too bad. That's a great deal. Now, the glass bed's here. I do what I was supposed to do. Got a little cocky with pulling the bed up, and I cut inside the bed. So I fucked up the heater element. So I was like, fuck. Anyway, I wanted to make sure, the glass fit. Glass didn't fit. Glass was about 2 millimeters too wide. So that means I would have had to, anyway, get a new heater element, which was easy to do, and then get a new piece of glass. Now I could have gone down and got it scored, what have you, yada yada yada. I was like, fuck. The good thing is, I wrote back to Amazon and was like, hey, this is the issue, it's not actually the right size. It was a hair too off. So 2 millimeters off, and I'm just like, I wanted to just score it myself, but I didn't want to go run anywhere and do it. So anyway, that night I was kind of like in a what the F mood, so ended up going to Da Vinci, XYZprinting.com. Luckily they sell spare parts, and I looked around and like a lot of the companies were like, oh, do you need a new bed? Like, I hate how Yahoo does it and Google does it. Like, when you're looking for something, everything just seems to pop up for you. Search engines kind of find what you're looking for. It's all in the algorithm, I know. But anyway, so I look on to see if I could find one for a little bit cheaper. Couldn't. Everything was sold out in the UK and stuff like that. So XYZ Printing, luckily they have some in stock. I think I ended up purchasing it for about $71. Now that's not just the glass. I got it here. It's underneath me. But what it is the glass, the heater element, and then the bed piece, all in one. So all I had to do is with the thermometer inside the glass already for you. So pretty much all I had to do was unscrew the bottom things that level the bed. It's what I kind of like about XYZ Printing. I got my do's and don'ts with the Da Vinci, but the bed size could be a little bit bigger for the damn size of the damn printer. It's a beast. So these you unscrew, levels the bed with the springs, boom boom. You pop it off, you pop the new one on, you plug and play. It pretty much plugged in the clips, plugged in the back part here. Let's see if I got. I do. So this is from the old bed. This is just a thermometer that measures the heat and stuff like that. And I'm going to keep that for extra printing parts. I have an extra bed part. These are for the heater for the bed. So you just unscrew this in the back of the board, screw them back in, and you are locked down and good to go. Now I gotta say, for $70, it was an easy job. I had to just go back, since I've already replaced the board once, I went back in and just bing, 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 bing. Everything seems to be working great. I've already done like 3-4 prints with it. The bed looks good. So that's been my digression. I've only printed with it a few times, and everything seems to be running great. Knock on wood. Whatever I can knock on here. I gotta give it to XYZ, man. They built a printer that can be easily put together. It's pretty much dummy proof in some areas. If you don't know what the hell you're doing, if you don't know how to solder, I'm not a very good solderer or circuit board person. I don't deal with circuit boards that much. It sounds like an anything. I'm a geek, but I really never circuit boarded. I have friends that do that for a living. They can solder and circuit board all damn day, but they don't know anything about programming. So they just know how to circuit board and get the circuit board running for you to program it. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta give it to XYZ. $70 was here within a couple days. It's on my Instagram page. Came, feels good. Have a few series with suggestions. I don't know if anybody's ever tried them, but I'm thinking, have you guys ever heard of that freaking press and seal wrap? And I was like, I know it would probably melt, given that the Da Vinci is feeding up to about 90 C. But I'm still looking around. That this guy made kind of a TPU, kind of like a plastic kind of bed thing that goes over your bed, so you no longer have to use glue or hairspray if you're using PLA, and it just comes right up on your bed. You level your bed with it, and it pretty much heats up the thing. And when you guys get done printing, you just pick it up and you can fold it, and the print just pops right off. It saves your bed, saves the glass, causes it from cracking, bending, all that kind of good stuff. So I've been looking around, still can't find it. I'm going to have to look around more. I think he was in prototyping with it. I don't know if it was on Airwolf or one of those kind of big companies that were talking about it. But I've been trying to find ways to preserve the glass because I don't want to have to do this again. I mean, now that I know how to do it, and just finding a damn piece of glass. I mean, it has to be tempered glass too, so it has to be ballistic glass. It can't be tempered; it needs to be ballistic. Same thing with the Robo; it needs to be ballistic. So I'm looking around, stuff like that. I've been having a couple theories. I'm using a lot of glue, stuff like that, to save the glass. I might actually stick box tape down too. Just clear box tape so it just protects the glass so it doesn't crack, fracture, what have you. Just trying to preserve my glass as much as I can because that's kind of expensive, $71 for a whole. They don't just sell the glass for XYZ, they sell the kit, which isn't bad. Like I said, it was plug and play. The problem is working out of a damn closet here. I had to move a lot of shit around and then spin the printer around. That's the only problem with the Da Vinci 1.0. It is gigantic for its size. It shouldn't be. The Robo, same thing, kind of gigantic for its size. It's using a lot of glass bed that it doesn't even allow you to use, which I think is kind of effed up in the programming. But that's just me. Anyway, that's been my week with that. Like I said, easy install, easy this. And we're working with Cheetah. I finally got a roll of Cheetah that came in the other day for the Robo. And what I did with that is I ended up getting we did some new hand grips, and that's what we've been really working on. I'm studying SolidWorks right now, which has been crazy and fun at the same time. So I'm kind of getting out of my element with 123 Design, Tinkercad, what have you, and moving into a real CAD, which is like, holy crap, this is like a professional grade. So with me learning it today, I've been sitting around on YouTube and watching a lot of videos and tutorials and learning this DOS and stuff like that, which has been great. And I got some gaming out of the way too today, so it's been fun. Anyway, so with the Robo, I ended up getting a roll from Cheetah. Barb, 3D Printy, she's been amazing. She gave me a lot of insight on printing faster, and the nozzles. I ended up getting the E3D nozzles for the 3D printer for Robo. Right now I'm using a 0.3 instead of a 0.4. Seems to be extruding well. I wanted to go with a 0.2, as you guys already know. The smaller you go, the harder it is to get this stuff to extrude out of it. Print's really good right now. I'm just having bed sticking issues, and I think I know the problems to that. I'll probably fix that in a little bit with it. Like I said, my goal with 3D printing is not to use glue and adhesives to save the bed as much as possible. And I've been trying to do that. So we're looking at forums, looking at things, kind of give you guys tips and tricks. And I'm running out of Elmer's glue. The glue sticks are shiny. If I have to get one of the glue sticks. What the hell was I gonna say? Oh shit. So anyway, yeah, I use the glue sticks a lot, and then cleaning it off is kind of a B. But I kind of want a cleaner print on the bottom of the bed. So I've been using. I think I might even go with a 0.6 tip on the V6 here. Hopefully it might print a little bit better, a little more stickier. I'm still messing around with coding. I actually got the Simplified 3D 4.0. It just got released this week. Seems to be a really cool updates that they put in for rafting, stuff like that. Highly recommend the program. I mean, the fucking program it's brilliant. I would never. They don't support me. They don't give me any money for it. I do fucking pre-plug. These guys, I looked on a few sites and I'm like, what is Simplified 3D? About a year ago. Because I use Matter Control. It's like learning XYZ ware and then going into fucking Matter Control was a whole nother ballgame because you had to like understand differentials and fucking how much info would be in something, and you're just like, okay, this is too freaking confusing. Simplified 3D has like changed that immensely. It's like, okay, you want 20% info, click on it. You want this. You want the speed to be this. You want this to be this. And the coding is all freaking right there. All your G code is bang right there. What kind of printer do you have? Okay, so you have the Robo. We know what the dimensions are for you. Here you are. Auto leveling, cool. We got that. I think it supports over like 100 to 300 printers. So that's like, holy crap. Um, you can change your profiles. You can change your infill speeds. How many levels? Because you want it's solid at 50 here. You want 20 at this one. You want 20 at this later. Right? It's like holy shit. Support features are amazing because it takes the guessing out of your supports. Like I said, they don't support me at all. It's just things that I've noticed with the program that's helped me out immensely. And the best part that I do like with it is when I'm doing the hand grips or doing a model that I have, it gives you a preview before you print it, so you can see how it's exactly going to print before you start. Check your print time, everything, your speeds, everything, your retractions, if you're using retraction, your wiping nozzle, all that stuff like that. Brilliant software. So I'm looking forward to getting more into the 4.0, and also it does a pretty cool trick that I finally able to use again, is the convert image to STL. So it converts any photo or image that you have into a 3D model with a couple clicks, and I think that's pretty cool. So I was able to do our logo in 3D, and I'm going to be putting out a little bit of that in just a few hours. I might just try one to see what it looks like. But yeah, still working with Cheetah. Cheetah seems to be running a little bit faster, a little more rigider than a Ninja Flex, Semi Flex, what have you. I'm going to be studying a little bit more of SolidWorks. SolidWorks I'm having a little bit of fun with. It's crazy, it's fun. It seems more simplistic to me. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. Definitely try to keep the podcast going, but this is like a blah 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 episode. I do apologize for that. But that's pretty much where I've been, man. I've been playing the Destiny beta. I want to talk a little bit about that. So, the Destiny beta came out, and I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think this time I'm going to be more in depth with it. Definitely enjoyed it. We played. There's only like 3 things to do. If you guys check out Michael Pernesco, he's been doing a lot of fun stuff with his video shoots for that. Kind of really fun. He did these little skits of him playing like a double camera thing. Pretty neat. Liked it. I loved it. I think Bungie's going in the right direction. It kind of feels like a copy paste in some areas, but the guns have more your skills are more awesome. So, looking forward to that in the next 2 months. We'll see what happens with that. That's where I've been. I've been hopping back on Metal Gear Solid, the Phantom Pain, trying to get that done, beat, all that kind of stuff. Hideo Kojima, one of my favorite gamers and designers, and getting back into it. I miss David Hayter, but Keith Sutherland does a good job just with the voice. So, just started the game again. I never really actually completed it, so that's one reason why I'm getting back into the Phantom Pain. And I'm going to be studying some SolidWorks today, so I'm trying to balance my time between 3D printing, getting new hand grips done that we're working on, and working on the prototype for my cartridge carrier. And it's been raining here in Florida like crazy, so the new grips did work, they functioned, but the problem was they didn't have enough meat on them, so we're trying to get that ironed out and coating, stuff like that, and I'm trying to get the best results for Cheetah. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. It's been and I've been working like crazy, trying to pay the credit cards, stuff like that. Maybe I'll do some 3D printing videos soon. Again, our offer's up there. If anybody needs something 3D printed, check out us on 3D Hubs, stuff like that. We are on 3D Hubs, My Mini Factory, our Facebook page, stuff like that. You can send me a quick link and say like, hey man, I need something 3D printed. What would you quote me at? So right now, I think somebody needs a Raspberry Pi Nintendo thing done, so I gotta look at those files. He sent me over some files to look at. And my buddy Trent called me up the other day and needs me to do a kind of like a license plate kind of thing for him, logo kind of thing that he kind of wants. Anyway, it's been fun. It's been crazy. I'm sorry these take so damn long to do, but something to get you through your work week, giggle, laugh at. Anyway, definitely if you guys have a chance, check out the Simplified 3D 4.0. You're getting, I think it's a 14-day free trial. Again, they don't sponsor me, they don't publish me, they don't do anything. It's just something that I think if you're going to get into 3D printing, whether it's with the NPD, a lot of the printers definitely use that program. It's worth the freaking cash. The one thing I haven't asked them is like, okay, can I have 2 printers but on the same computer? I never really looked it up. I went to the forums, but I might be bleh. But hopefully, I think that's the case. I would love to fucking switch the Da Vinci over to the port I think they said I needed to download an Arduino program, and I went and I downloaded that, but I'm not really big into coding. Yeah, I used to code, but now it's been so damn long that I'm just like, okay, where the fuck do I begin? Um, and not many videos on like how to do it. Everybody tells you how to flash to Repetier, and I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to really flash or fuck the printer up. I've already had enough issues with it, you know, because then you have to, if you're going to flash the board with the Da Vinci, you have to go back, and then you got to do this, and it's like, it's another, like, for me, it's going to be more fucking money that I don't have, and I don't want to go do that. So, if anybody's kind of feeling iffy like that, I kind of would say the same thing. But, loving the Robo. The Robo 2 came out, finally, and it looks pretty cool. My biggest thing with these new printers, guys, is like, what the F, because it's like they're going smaller and smaller. I know we're not trying to go industrial, but it's for like desktop prototyping. If you're prototyping for your business or what have you. I like what they went with it. I like that they're touchscreen. It's got all this new features and gibbles and gavels. I think it's great. But that's just too much freaking cash. Sorry about that. I think it's just too much cash with the Robo. It's like $1,400 for a freaking printer. I checked out some stuff. They wanted me to do some stuff, and I wish they would donate me one, but they will never do that. But yeah, I think it's a pretty cool printer. I think what they're doing with it is really neat. I think the price tag is way too high. That's why people, like I said, XYZ printing is like kicking everyone's ass for an FDM printer that's only fucking half the price, but does just the amount of good work. Has an LCD board already built into it. The problem with it is it's DRM, but there's ways to get around that to use your own stuff. But I think XYZ is in the right spot. The Pro now allows you to do your own filaments, so I mean, it's up to you. I would definitely, if you're gonna get into 3D printing, just get a fucking Da Vinci, try it out. Nothing against Robo. I paid for the printer, I bought it, and I'm still paying it off. I still think the fucking price tag was a bit too high, but you know, it does what I need to do. It does my Ninja Flex scripts and allows me to prototype where I need to prototype. Both printers, I highly respect the companies. MakerBot is another one I would probably respect if I had the money to afford it. Definitely want to get into definitely want to get into Form 1s, but Form 1s I need a clean area and stuff like that. So I looked up a lot of stuff for that. And Da Vinci does make one, a resin printer, but resin is just so damn expensive. And if you're prototyping, you really need something quick and efficient. And sadly, the only, that's just very expensive to be prototyping with. But anyway, I mean, that's what I've been pretty much working on. I got new tips, been playing along the thing. Gonna be studying some SolidWorks. Pretty excited to learn some new stuff. Like I said, it's been a long time coming, and the new bed's on. Hopefully I can find some new tips and tricks. I really was wanting to, the biggest tip and trick I want to learn and trying to find out a situation is to preserve these beds as much as I can. Because pulling a damn print up off your bed, even if it's a failed print or what have you, it takes a while. And you're just like, what the fuck, so you don't really want to crack your bed, replace it, stuff like that, and cause any divots. But that's the tips and tricks of 3D printing. Anyway, guys, I'm sorry I rambled a lot, but it's just what I've been going through for the week, and video game and stuff like that. Oh shit! Also saw Spiderman Homecoming finally, and I saw Baby Driver. Spiderman Homecoming, fucking outstanding. Stan Lee did a great cameo spot in that, and his wife did pass away prior. But man, what a good movie! I'm glad that Sony and Marvel are working together. So that's good news, man. It's good news. Baby Driver was amazing. All the actors in that movie were fucking outstanding. I don't know how in the hell Edgar Wright knew how to pick the casting on that. Everybody just seemed to flow really well. Story was great. Story was really fun. It was kind of like Romeo and Juliet meets, Bonnie and Clyde meets, it shows just a good, outstanding story with a lot of twists and turns. Spider-Man, same thing with twists and turns. Anyway, I'm going to probably call it here. And I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hopefully, if I got some new 3D tips, guys, I will send them out to you. I am going to try that that situation. I don't know if the bed's going to melt a thing. I don't think it will, though. I think it might be a good idea, so I'm going to try it. Because I'm having issues, like I said, with the Robo. With the Cheeto sticking. So I think that one tip I'm going to probably put away and try out is the it's press and seal wrap. So I'm thinking, you know, so I don't have to stick much things on the bed, it might give it a little more texture because it's tacky, and it might be easier to get a print off. You know, so you're not waiting along and you're just like struggling to get it up or whatever. That's just my theory. I'll let you know how it goes if I do try it. But I've been looking around, like I said, for that piece of PVC, whatever that guy made, like a plastical board. I'll look around more and see if I can find it, but I don't think it's still in development, not in development, who the hell knows. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Gonna go see wrestling this week. Going to NXT. There's gonna be a taping down here in Orlando with a friend of mine. He invited me out, so we're gonna go check that out. Mr. Trent Ward. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully I can get some 3D printing done. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you all in the loop. Thanks for sticking with us, and always, guys, keep an open mind. Also, if you guys want to check out the video version of this or any of our stuff, check out openmindindustries.com. For all your open mind needs, all of our links are there. So if you want to check out the video version of our YouTube page, it's there. Check us out. Alright, without further ado, guys, I do apologize for rambling. Keep an open mind. Have an awesome week. See you later.